Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and this is truly a day that so many of us have been waiting for. Well, maybe, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but either way, this is a monster Prius, and the fact that we have it in the game, A, the fact that we have it in the game is incredible, and B, it's also console-friendly. Now, this vehicle may or may not be on the console mod browser when you are watching this video, but if it is, there should be a pinned comment down below letting you know that it has made its way there, and if there isn't one, then chances are it's not there just yet. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and fire it up, and then we're going to take it into the garage, see what we can customize on it, and then we'll take it through a few monster truck-oriented challenges. So let's get this thing fired up. It definitely doesn't sound very monster truck-y, but we might be able to fix that. So we're going to go ahead and pull the 2-liter inline-4 right out of it, and we're going to do the tuned turbocharged, and then from there we're going to throw the highway gearbox on it, default suspension, 63-inch monster wheels, and we are going to throw an offline winch on it. Next up we have the monster rim, and that's about it. That's all you get for that, but you do get some custom colors, which I really, really like. This is kind of like an off lime green, and really, I mean, again, the color is completely up to you. It's a monster Prius, so no matter which way you go, it's not like you're gonna get it wrong. Now, we could make it pink for the memes, but we could also make it blue, kind of a light blue, which was the same color that we originally made our first one, and I think I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to throw beans on the dash, and we're going to see what happens with this thing when we actually put it through some monster truck level challenges. It actually feels like it might be pretty freaking quick, too. Whoa! It's got a weird, it's got some weird suspension performance. Like, the front end dives very hard, but, like, when you get on the power. See what I mean? Like, when you get on the power, it leans forward, but when you get on the brakes, it leans back, which is, like, the opposite of what I feel you would normally expect something like this to do. You throw it in high. It still sends it, although I will say it's not quite as, like, otherworldly fast as I was kind of wondering if it was going to be or not. Let's see what happens when we throw the monster Prius at a hill climb. It definitely does it. Ow. I suppose that just like the first one, yes, the hood opens, and actually, that reveals to you the single turbo, big single turbo, actually, big single turbo inline 4 that is in this thing. I'm really curious as to what kind of power levels it would have to be making to power something this huge. And you would also have to have, like, all the gear reduction in the world. But diff lock always on, and all-wheel drive is selectable. But we're going to actually throw it through the rock challenge, see how it does with that, and then after we take it over and test the mudding capabilities of it, we're going to have it crush some stuff. Now, I always kind of like, it's almost like it's a tradition on the channel at this point, but whenever there is a new monster truck mod, I really like to make it crush stuff, because that's kind of the essence of, you know, it's like a major part of what makes something a monster truck. It's like, can it crush things? A little bit of suspension damage there, but not like it really matters, right? I mean, I'm going to go ahead and repair it just in case we had any visual damage, but I'm not really worried about the performance aspect of it. That's for sure. In the shallow mud, it does great. What about in the slightly deeper stuff? That's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. And now, kind of the midway point. Okay, it's gotten a little bit sketch and high, but if you put it back into auto, it does just fine. It doesn't even remotely worry about it. Shifts all the way up into second, actually. Let off the throttle just a little bit on the way out, just so I can get some of that traction back. And it really did not do too bad. All right, so now we're going to grab, let's see. I'm back and forth now. I think, you know what? We haven't crushed some of these in a minute. Let's see what happens if we try to make this thing crush a couple of F-750s. Let's go. Off you go. Oh, what? Come on. It's almost like it got locked out of the gear. Come on. Oh my god. Monster Prius, come on. What are you doing? Let's go. It's gotten the front of the frame stuck on the roof of the other truck. That's delightful. Let's see. Man, it keeps dropping the frame onto the roof of the other F-750. If I want to... Uh-oh. I'm actually completely high-centered on top of this one. That's not what I had originally anticipated, but, like, man, that'd actually be a pretty freaking cool photo, though. Come on. Come on. It doesn't necessarily seem like it's all that excited to do it. It really does not seem all that happy about it. It got over the first one, no problem at all. But the second time, yeah, or the second truck, rather, it was not... bruh. What the heck? Is it caught on that tire? Can we, like, not be caught on that tire, please? This might be the only way to make it do it without freaking out. There it goes. It's farther now than it ever was before. Come on. You're almost there. You've almost got it. And then I could say, there we go. Well, we have officially now monster trucked our way over 2 F-750s in a freaking Prius. So there is that, and we're definitely in a good position with it in terms of monster truck capabilities. Kind of had to find the right line over the F-750s, but I mean, I'm not really going to complain about that. I really don't feel like there's any reason to even remotely complain about that. I mean, this thing performs on a massive, mega level. And, you know, part of me is, like, really excited to see people running around in campaign mode, pulling vehicles out of rivers and ditches with a monster Prius on giant axles and tires. That, to me, seems like, I mean, if you want to talk about the pinnacle of SnowRunner memes, that's about the pinnacle. It's got a freaking Prius interior, and you can actually still put beans on the dash. That's so sick. I wonder what the red button does. Well, there's 2 red buttons. There's the start button and then the other red button. I know what the start button does. I don't know what the other red button does, and I'm kind of a little bit nervous to find out. But, maybe it's the send it button. We'll say for now that it's our NOS button. It's probably not that, but it'd be really cool if it was. Dude, it just rampages through this back trail. And most of the back trails on a lot of maps are going to be built pretty similarly to this one. So, I mean, if it can full send it through that one in high, I don't think it's got anything to worry about. Come on. There you go. How are you on the rocks? I know these aren't really all that grippy, but I mean, until it ran into a really weird snag right there, no issues at all. Hang on. Oh, it almost did that. It almost took that line. Come on. It's like it almost gets it. It wants to. It wants to so bad. Nah. It wants to so bad, but not that bad. Oh, man, it's right there. If I could get this thing to just kind of, like, send itself into high, dude, it would be up that hill before you know it. Yeah, as it sits from this angle, though, it's just going to skate to the side. So, with that in mind, we're going to need to send this thing off the bridge jump. And after we send it off the bridge jump, if it's still in living condition after that, I talk about this thing like it's a living entity, but still, like, if it's still in working condition after that, I'm going to send it through the river, because I want to see what happens if I really, like, put it into some properly deep water. And as we would normally do, we're going to go ahead and make sure it's completely repaired and refueled before we send her. And now, I love the fact that this thing has, like, a proper interior view, because without a proper interior view, sending it down the bridge jump is... You know, I would like to bring some attention to the fact that it cleared all the barrels and didn't get any damage at all until it stopped by using a tree as its brakes. So, I mean, that's a win right there. Alright, let's see what happens when we put you in the river. The river is probably going to be, especially since we're going against the current, hello, towards the river, Hammond. That's impressive. Okay, now it's spinning. I knew it wasn't going to take all that long in high until it started spinning on me, but let's, or not. Come on. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, and plunge. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I doubt it's going to be fording the rivers of the Yukon anytime soon. And I think that might just be where this test meets its end. But if you guys enjoyed this video and, of course, enjoyed this look at this Prius monster truck, then make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later.